Oh, oh my God, he's gonna bury me. Get out. That was a take. That was a take. This lure right here, the fish go absolutely nuts for. Today, I'm going to teach you a few tips and techniques on how to fish the cicada lure. We're targeting the yellowfin brim and particularly estuary perch here under overhanging trees to see what we can do. Today's episode is sponsored by 7 Seas Apparel. Anything I have on today, you can go to 7seasapparel.com and use code REALFishingTen to save yourself 10% off anything. Like and subscribe, and let's get into this episode. Yeah. First fish in the morning. So cool. Come and smack that cicada lure. I actually think it's a perch. I was kind of hoping I'd get a perch on surface. And it is a perch, it is a perch. Yes! That's a good perch. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Have a look at that. Beautiful perch to start the morning. I love these fish. Estuary perch, they're so cool. Especially catching them on surface. That's so cool. Gonna put him back obviously, but beautiful start to the morning. It's a bit overcast, it's a bit cold, it's the middle of summer and I've got a jumper on. But that cicada hatch is proving to be insane. So yeah, happy with that. See you later, buddy. That was very cool. Good start to the morning. Oh! What? Oh, how did that not hook up? Oh, that scared a lot of fish just then. There's a lot of bait fish hanging up there. A lot of skipping prawns and little blue bait pilchards, eyes, all up there. They just skipped away as soon as I threw that in there. Oh, he was on the other side of the rock. Still having a go at it. There's a big boof on the other side of that rock. I saw it go there and I was like, oh no, I'm in a lot of trouble here. Love this cicada lure. It's so funny. Cicada lures are so fun to use, and I just hung one up right in the tree there. Come on, please come out. No, that one's jammed in there. You have to get in there. Yeah, it ate it. It ate it. That was cool. It's a decent fish, whatever it is. Feels like a nice fish. Got the Daiwa Legalis 742 ULFS on. Got a 2000 crossfire reel, 8 pound braid, 6 pound leader tied onto this cicada lure. And that's a nice brim. It's a very good yellowfin brim. Whew. All right, that was a beautiful yellowfin brim come along and hammered that cicada lure. So cool. Happy with that. Another good fish. Again, such a cool lure to use, this cicada lure. It's so easy to use and the takes are just absolutely insane. So gonna deal with this guy, put him back and yeah, keep fishing. Yes. So cool. Just shows even on an overcast day like it is today, and it's probably low 20s, 21 degrees, because of that cicada hatch that's happening this year, there's still fish just eyeing in on it and cluing in on it and going, if there's a cicada that falls out of a tree, we're gonna eat it. All right, let's see if we can catch some more, hey? So with fishing with these cicadas, a big key is to find this structure with overhanging trees. The trees don't have to be in the water. In fact, if they're just hanging over the water, that's the best spot. A tree like what we see just here, where I just caught that brim off, is such a good one. The tree comes out 5-10 meters and overhangs into the water, and you cast under it right up into the rocks as far as you can and just slowly work that cicada lure back. Now sometimes with this cicada lure, the hookup rate can be quite bad, but what you should do is make sure that you've got a nice treble hook sitting at the back of the lure. Now I've got a treble, the treble on the lure that I've got right now, as it came out of the box, was sitting in the middle of the lure and it really hindered its hookup rate. So what you need to be doing is making sure that it is set up properly, ready to catch fish. Another really good thing to look at in regards to your setup of your lure as well is when you do get a strike, you got to wait for the rod to load up. It's kind of like your soft plastic fishing. You see the bite in the line and obviously on the surface as well, but you want to wait for that rod to load up before you strike, because that lure, they could have just slurped past it. Okay, so you're sort of looking at two things here with this cicada fishing. You're looking at the line and the lure all at the same time and just waiting for that line to really take up before you actually strike. Literally as soon as it hit the water. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah. As soon as it hit the water. The line really didn't take off that time. And it's another EP. Another beautiful estuary perch. Oh yeah. Another beautiful estuary perch. They eat surface lures just like a bass, man. That big slurp off the surface. It is so cool to see. And yeah, I love estuary perch, man. I love these fish. They're so cool. Let's put him back, hey? That's so cool. I love this sort of fishing. So the retrieve of this cicada lure is very different to what you would use, say, for freshwater chasing Australian bass. Often with Australian bass and cicada lures, you'll just continuously slow wind and work it that way. Here in the salt, what you're doing is just moving it a little bit. So I'll just lift the rod up, wind a little bit, make the cicada lure slowly move, say 10 centimeters, and leave it there for another 5-6 seconds. Wind again, lift it up and wind slowly at the same time, make the cicada move, and then stop. You do that all the way till when it's out of the snag. And once it's out of the snag and it's getting close to the boat, wind it in, cast it under, because again, the majority of your bites with this cicada lure style fishing is going to be in under that structure. That's where they're going to be hanging. It's not going to be out in the middle of the water column. Oh no! No. Oh, that was next cast. Next cast, bang, fell under the tree. Fish come along and went boof at it. And yeah, lost it. At the FG knot. That's why I'm so disappointed. Popping an FG annoys me. Anyway, retie, get back to it. Oh, oh my God, he's gonna bury me. Get out. That was a take. That was a take. Oh yeah. Tied the new cicada lure on after losing that fish, and I would say no more than 5 meters past where I last caught that fish. This guy come along and hammered it. It's a good estuary perch, man. It's a big perch. Oh yeah, that's a good perch, man. Have a look at that for a toad of a estuary perch. 37 centimeters, that's gotta be my best estuary perch. Come along and boofed it. Boofed that cicada lure. So happy with it, man. Oh, that's a special fish. We're gonna put him back. That's the fish I was looking for. That is the fish I was looking for. I'm so happy with that. Woo. Bad cast, and it just like sort of fell out of that tree. It's always a good idea just to leave it, especially if it's in a decent spot like that. It's bit too close to the boat and all that, but pretty cool. So the idea with this cicada lure is you've got obviously trees overhanging like I just had said before, but what you should be doing is you want to try and cast it as far into that area as you can, okay, and then leave it. It's almost like that cicada has just fallen off that tree and it's just sort of sitting there and it's just got a little boof. It just had a little boof. And then you give it a little tap, stop, give it another little tap, stop. And you're watching that lure the whole time, and if you see a boof on it, you look at the line straight away and see if the line's taken up. If the line's taking up, then yeah, strike. And you just work it out of that structure all the way. Once you're out of that structure, once you say 10-15 meters away from the structure, like that, wind it back in, move up a little bit further. BFS, like a bait fishing system, the lightweight bait caster system would be so good for this style of fishing. Something that I've really got to invest into, because you can just get that real accurate cast in there and get it right where it needs to be every time. Whereas spin gear, it does work, and I can still use spin gear. I just would like something to be able to make life that little bit easier. Oh, I wound it right as he came to swipe at it. That was crazy. Oh, no. I thought he had it. He's still going for it. Come on. Try it one more time, because he come back after I cast it again, so maybe third cast is the luck. And I just got it in the tree. Come on. Get off that tree. Another tip for you guys to really get that sort of idea of a cicada falling out of the tree is obviously your casting needs to be so accurate. You need to be casting under trees, all that sort of stuff. But what really helps is when you cast straight at it, you break the cast. So you just either turn the bail arm over and break the cast that way, or you just use your hand to stop it straight away, and it sort of falls that cicada down nice and gently versus it splashing into the water. You want it to sort of break the cast and then fall down. Ooh. Yeah, fish. Yeah. It's another perch. Another perch. It's a good one too. Yeah, that's a good fish. Have a look at that. Have a look at that. What a fish. So good, man. So happy with it. These perch come along and absolutely boof the cicada lure. So good. It's another great fish. Come along, hammered it. I waited for him to really go for it once or twice and then set the hook, and yeah, this perch just come along and boofed it. What a way to end the session. Very happy with that. cicada lure, middle of summer, chasing estuary perch on a very windy, overcast and pretty cold morning. Just proves that what they're really focusing on is that cicada.